Hello everyone, I'm again here with a new video. So in this series of videos I will be evaluating real writing tasks on the daily basis. But before that I want you guys to know all the types of questions which are asked in a real IELTS examination when writing task 2 is considered. So basically there are 7 types. The very first one is there would be a statement and the demand of the question would be, do you agree or disagree with the given statement? Second question would be, there would be a statement given and the demand of the question would be, they would be asking you, not to you basically, they would be asking you up to what extent, do you agree or disagree with the given statement. And then the third type is there would be 2 statements given. That means statement 1 and statement 2. Basically there would be 2 viewpoints, viewpoint 1 and viewpoint 2. And the demand of the question would be discuss both views and give your opinion. Fourth type is there would be a general statement and then the demand would be what are the advantages and disadvantages of this trend or something like that. And the fifth one would be, the statement would be same but the demand is, do the advantages of this outweigh its disadvantages? And then the sixth type would be just a very basic question, like what are the reasons, or what are the problems, or how can these problems be solved. And the last one would be a double direct question. I will be writing it here. Double direct question, wherein there would be simply 2 questions asked. So the motive of making this video is that I was evaluating one of my students writing task 2. So he's quite good at English, he has a strong hold over grammar, he achieved a very good band score, a total of 7.5. But before coming to me, he was unable to get even 6 in writing. So what might be the reason? So what happened today was that I gave him a question to write, and the demand of the question was this: do the advantages of this outweigh its disadvantages? So here basically we have to maintain this ratio. We have to prove that, we have to prove either this advantages are more or disadvantages are more. So despite being very good at writing, improving, constantly working, he couldn't achieve the task because the question's demand was, do the advantages of this outweigh its disadvantages? So he was not able to justify because he just wrote the advantages and disadvantages. So he maintained this ratio. So he was not able to prove this one. So these are very minor mistakes, I would say, owing to which students are unable to get a good band score. So let's discuss how to attempt these ones basically. So the very first is, do you agree or disagree? So how many paragraphs you would be making? You would be making 4 paragraphs: introduction, body para 1, body para 2, and conclusion. As the question says, do you agree or disagree? So either you can agree or disagree. You can't go both ways. So either you can have a cup of tea or coffee. Alright. So you would have to give a one-sided opinion. If you are giving, a mixed opinion, then the answer would go wrong. So introduction and conclusion is same for every type, but the paragraphing, like the main body paragraphs, vary. So either you can write both points of agreement, or you have to write both paragraphs of disagreement. You can't go partial, right? So the second type is, it's basically almost the same. It could have been, do you agree or disagree, but it is up to what extent do you agree, disagree. That means they are asking you the extent up to which you agree with the statement. So extent, that means you have to prove your extent. Either you can, completely agree, completely disagree, and then you can also partially agree, disagree, or largely agree, disagree. So you have 4 options. How to attempt this? So if you completely agree with the statement, then the same thing, this one, you will give both the points of agreement. If you completely disagree, then you will give both the points of disagreement. But if you partially agree, here you can give 1 point of agreement and 1 point of disagreement. So in body paragraph 1, you can give your reason of agreement, and in second you can give your reason of disagreement. But if you do this one, like 50 and 50 extent, in this type of question, it will go wrong because they are not asking you the extent, but they are just asking you whether you agree or disagree. So you can't go partial. But here they are asking you up to what extent do you agree, disagree. So you can completely agree, completely disagree, and you can even partially agree. So 1 point for agreement and 1 point for disagreement, that is 50 and 50. And the last one is largely disagree. I mean, 30% I agree with the statement, but 70% I disagree. So here you have to give 1 point of agreement and 2 points of disagreement to prove this ratio, 30 is to 70. And to prove 50 is to 50, you have to give 1 point, and to prove 100%, you have to do this. So it's quite confusing. So be very careful, make some notes so that you are able to achieve your task appropriately. And the third one is discuss both views and give your opinion. In, I guess, last 2 videos, I evaluated this type of essay. So discuss both views and give your opinion. So in this type of essay, there would be 2 viewpoints given, that some people think this, some people think this, and some people think that. So here the question's demand is discuss both views and give your opinion. So what you have to do is in main body paragraph 1 and main body paragraph 2, what would you do is, so introduction and conclusion will remain same. In first body paragraph you will give viewpoint 1, and in second body paragraph you will give viewpoint 2, and your opinion would go in introduction, conclusion and body para 2. In introduction and conclusion you will give your opinion along with others' opinion as well, because the question says discuss both views and give your opinion. So in introduction you will give viewpoint 1, viewpoint 2, viewpoint 1, viewpoint 2 and your opinion, and in conclusion as well you will give viewpoint 1, viewpoint 2 and your opinion. But in body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2 you will give viewpoint 1 and that is followed by viewpoint 2. Next is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of this trend? So there would be a basic thing, maybe related to education, or maybe related to pollution, related to anything, life expectancy or something like that. So the demand of the question is, what are the advantages and disadvantages? So here you have to maintain 2:2 ratio. So basically introduction and conclusion will remain same. You will form two body paragraphs, body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2, and in each you will be given 1, 2, 1, 2. Two advantages and two disadvantages. And the next one is, do the advantages of this trend outweigh its disadvantages? So here you have to maintain this ratio. So it's very important to understand this thing. Here you have to maintain 2:2 and here you will be maintaining 1:1. So you can either go one advantage and two disadvantages. You can also go one disadvantage and two advantages to prove. So if you want to give one advantage, then intro and conclusion will remain same, but the first will be of advantage and in second there will be two disadvantages, and the other way around. Introduction and conclusion will remain same, but there would be two body paragraphs. In one there would be a drawback and in others there would be two advantages. And the second last one is, what are the reasons, what are the problems associated, and how can these problems be solved? So it is a very basic thing. Introduction, conclusion will remain same. In one body paragraph you will give two problems, in other you will give two solutions. So it's simple. And the other one is double direct question. Here they will be asking you simply two questions. Answer to the first question in first paragraph and answer to the second question in second paragraph, and introduction and conclusion will remain same. Alright, so in the next video probably I'll be coming with questions to ensure that you are able to understand it further. As of now I am done for the day, so see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.